Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Voice of Wisdom, the place where we share simple, practical ways to bring more peace, balance, and joy into everyday life. Let me ask you something. What if the secret to better sleep, less stress, clearer focus, and even greater happiness isn't found in a pill or an expensive treatment? What if it's right there in your home, quietly waiting for you in that overstuffed closet, that messy kitchen drawer, or the pile of "I'll deal with it later" boxes? It may sound surprising, but it's true. Research shows that living in a clean, organized space can lower stress levels, improve rest, and even give us a stronger sense of control over our lives. Many people who keep their homes tidy report sleeping better, feeling calmer, and moving through their day with more ease. But beyond the science, there's something even more powerful: the emotional relief that comes from letting go. Think about the moment you release old clothes that no longer reflect who you are today, or when you finally donate that forgotten box of items sitting in the corner. It's not just about clearing physical space, you're reclaiming your energy, your clarity, and your personal strength. In today's video, we'll explore how the state of your surroundings deeply shapes your well-being, and I'll guide you through simple steps to transform your space into a calm, nurturing sanctuary that supports a happier, lighter version of you. Before we begin, I'd love for you to join this journey with me by doing 3 quick things. 1. Tap the like button if you're ready to feel more peaceful and in control of your home. 2. Subscribe to Voice of Wisdom and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on weekly tips to live with greater intention. 3. Share in the comments. Which space in your home feels the most stressful right now? Is it the crowded kitchen, the overflowing closet, or maybe the garage you avoid opening? Remember, you're not alone. And by the end of this video, you'll have a clear starting point to turn that space into a place of comfort and calm. So, grab your favorite cup of tea, settle in, and let's begin this journey of turning your home into a sanctuary and, in the process, creating a more joyful, peaceful you. The hidden psychology of clutter. Why your environment controls your emotions. Number 1, the neurological impact of visual chaos. Your brain is constantly processing visual information, even when you're not consciously aware of it. Neuroscientists at UCLA Center for Everyday Lives and Families discovered something fascinating. When women described their homes as messy or chaotic, their cortisol levels remained elevated throughout the day, while women who described their homes as organized and peaceful showed normal, healthy cortisol patterns. What does this mean for you? Every time you walk past that pile of unsorted mail, every time you open a closet and clothes fall out, every time you search for something in a cluttered drawer, your nervous system activates a low-level stress response. It's like having a smoke alarm that beeps quietly all day long. You might tune it out, but your body never stops responding to it. This constant stimulation leaves you feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and emotionally drained. Not because you've had a hard day, but because your environment is literally keeping your stress hormones elevated. But there's more to this story. Research from Harvard School of Public Health shows that visual clutter actually impairs your brain's ability to process information efficiently. When your environment is chaotic, your brain has to work harder to filter out irrelevant stimuli, leaving you with less mental energy for the things that truly matter. Think about the last time you tried to concentrate in a messy room versus a clean, organized space. The difference isn't just psychological, it's neurological. Your brain literally functions better in organized environments. The beautiful truth: when you clear your physical space, your mental space follows. Your brain gets to rest. Your nervous system can finally downshift into the peaceful state it craves. You'll find yourself thinking more clearly, feeling more creative, and experiencing deeper levels of calm throughout your day. Number 2, the emotional archaeology of our belongings. Every object in your home carries emotional weight, whether you realize it or not. That cookbook from 1987, it doesn't just take up shelf space. It whispers, "Remember when you used to cook elaborate meals for everyone? The exercise equipment gathering dust in the corner?" It's not just a physical obstacle. It's a daily reminder of goals you set but didn't pursue. The boxes of your children's artwork stored in the attic, they're not just paper and memories. They represent a version of yourself, the hands on mom that you may feel you've lost. This is what I call emotional archaeology, the layers of identity, guilt, hope, and regret that accumulate around our possessions. Here's what's crucial to understand. These items aren't preserving your past, they're preventing your future. Consider the psychology behind this attachment. We form emotional bonds with objects because they become extensions of our identity. That formal dining set isn't just furniture, it represents the hostess you once were. The craft room full of supplies isn't just storage, it embodies your creative aspirations. But here's the profound truth. When we cling to objects that no longer serve us, we're essentially living in a museum of our former selves. We're surrounded by reminders of who we used to be, what we used to do, and dreams we used to have, rather than creating space for who we're becoming. You are not the sum of your possessions. You're not the woman who used to host elaborate dinner parties just because you own fine china. You're not obligated to keep every gift you've ever received to prove you're grateful. You're not required to maintain a shrine to who you used to be. You are a dynamic, evolving, vibrant woman who deserves to live in a space that reflects who you are becoming, not who you were 20 years ago. The beautiful paradox of letting go is this. When you release objects tied to your past identity, you don't lose those experiences. You honor them. You acknowledge the woman you were while making space for the woman you're becoming. Number 3, the liberation of conscious choice. The most profound shift happens when you move from unconscious accumulation to conscious curation. For decades, many of us have been passive recipients of stuff. We inherited items from family members. We accepted gifts we didn't really want. We bought things impulsively. We held on to possessions just in case. But decluttering, real, intentional decluttering, is an act of self-determination. Every item you choose to keep is a vote for the life you want to live. Every item you choose to release is a statement of confidence in your future. This isn't about living with less for the sake of minimalism. This is about living with intention, about surrounding yourself only with things that serve your highest good, support your current season of life, and spark genuine joy or peace. When you make these conscious choices, something magical happens. You stop feeling like a victim of your circumstances. You stop apologizing for your space. You stop hiding from unexpected visitors. You start feeling like the curator of your own beautiful life. The goal isn't to have less stuff. The goal is to have the right stuff for the woman you are today. Section 2. The comprehensive health benefits of intentional living. Number 1. Mental health and cognitive function. Princeton University's Neuroscience Institute published groundbreaking research showing that cluttered environments literally compete for your attention, making it harder to focus and increasing mental fatigue. Think about it. When you're trying to read a book, but your eyes keep wandering to the stack of unfolded laundry, your brain is constantly task switching. When you're attempting to relax, but surrounded by visual reminders of undone tasks, your mind can't fully settle. This cognitive overload doesn't just make you tired, it impacts your memory, decision-making abilities, and creative thinking. But the effects go even deeper. Dr. Cherbourg Carter, a psychologist specializing in stress and wellness, explains that clutter creates a cognitive overload that can lead to decision fatigue. When your environment is chaotic, your brain has to make countless micro-decisions about what to focus on, leaving you mentally depleted for the decisions that truly matter. Women who simplified their living spaces reported remarkable improvements. 34% better concentration during activities they enjoyed, significantly improved memory recall, enhanced problem-solving abilities, increased creativity and inspiration, better emotional regulation throughout the day, improved confidence in decision-making. But here's the most beautiful part. As your external environment becomes more peaceful, your internal dialogue follows suit. The constant mental chatter of, "I need to deal with that," begins to quiet. Your mind becomes clearer, calmer, more focused. You rediscover the pleasure of single tasking, the joy of being fully present, the peace of a mind that isn't constantly managing visual chaos. There's also a profound connection between organized spaces and self-esteem. When your environment reflects order and intention, you feel more in control of your life. This sense of mastery over your environment translates into increased confidence in other areas of your life. Number 2, sleep quality and restoration. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary of rest, but for many women, it's become a catch-all for life's overflow. Sleep specialists at Harvard Medical School found that women who maintained clutter-free bedrooms fell asleep 37% faster and experienced deeper, more restorative sleep cycles. Why? Because your brain needs environmental cues to shift into rest mode? When your bedroom is filled with reminders of tasks, responsibilities, or chaos, your nervous system stays alert. Visual clutter in the bedroom is particularly disruptive because it prevents your brain from recognizing this space as separate from your active, productive life. Your subconscious mind sees the pile of papers on the dresser, the clothes draped over the chair, the overflowing bedside table, and it interprets these as signals to stay vigilant. Creating a serene bedroom environment isn't about perfection. It's about giving your brain clear signals that this space is for rest, restoration, and peace. Simple changes create profound results. Clear surfaces allow your eyes to rest. Minimal visual stimulation helps your mind unwind. Organized spaces reduce the mental load of things to deal with tomorrow. Clean pathways eliminate safety concerns that can cause subconscious anxiety. When your bedroom truly becomes a sanctuary, sleep transforms from something you struggle with to something you luxuriate in. Number 3, physical health and safety. Let's address something vital: your physical safety and mobility. According to the National Institute on Aging, falls are the leading cause of injury among women over 65, and cluttered environments significantly increase fall risk. But beyond safety, there's another crucial connection: the relationship between your environment and your physical vitality. When your home is organized and streamlined, you naturally move more. You're not exhausted by the thought of navigating cluttered spaces. You're not avoiding certain rooms because they overwhelm you. You're not postponing activities because you can't find what you need. Women who decluttered their homes reported increased daily movement and activity, better posture, less hunching over cluttered surfaces, reduced allergies and respiratory issues, lower injury rates, and increased motivation for self-care activities. There's also a profound connection between environmental order and self-care. When your space feels chaotic, you're more likely to neglect your own needs. When your environment is calm and organized, you naturally treat yourself with more care and attention. Your home environment either supports your health or undermines it. Every cleared surface, every organized closet, every streamlined space is an investment in your physical well-being. Section 3, emotional healing through intentional release. Number 1, transforming guilt into gratitude. Guilt is perhaps the strongest emotional force keeping you tethered to possessions you no longer need or want. The expensive dress you never wore, the exercise equipment you never used, the hobby supplies for projects you never finished, the gifts from people you feel obligated to remember. Here's a liberating truth: guilt is not love. And keeping things out of guilt doesn't honor anyone, including yourself. The dress you never wore? It's not serving you hanging in your closet, making you feel bad every time you see it, but it could bring joy to someone else who would wear it with confidence. The exercise equipment? It's not motivating you by gathering dust, but it could help someone else achieve their fitness goals. The craft supplies? They're not preserving your good intentions, but they could spark creativity in someone who would actually use them. This is the beautiful alchemy of conscious letting go, transforming guilt into gratitude. Instead of thinking, I wasted money on this, try thinking, this taught me something valuable about my preferences. Instead of thinking, I should have used this, try thinking, I'm grateful I have the abundance to share this with someone who will love it. Instead of thinking, I'm being wasteful, try thinking, I'm being generous and creating space for what truly serves me. This shift in perspective doesn't just change how you feel about decluttering, it changes how you feel about yourself. Number 2, rediscovering your authentic self. One of the most profound gifts of intentional decluttering is the opportunity to rediscover who you are beneath all the accumulated stuff. Over the years, we collect possessions that reflect different versions of ourselves: the entertainer, the crafter, the gardener, the chef, the hostess. But as we evolve, some of these identities no longer fit. The challenge is that we often feel obligated to maintain these past versions of ourselves through our possessions. We keep the entertaining dishes because we used to host parties. We keep the craft supplies because we used to be creative. We keep the gardening tools because we used to grow vegetables. But here's what I want you to consider. Honoring your past doesn't require preserving everything from it. You can acknowledge the entertainer you once were without keeping dishes for 24 people when you now prefer intimate gatherings of 4. You can celebrate your creative spirit without storing supplies for hobbies that no longer interest you. You can appreciate your gardening phase without keeping tools for a garden you no longer maintain. Each item you consciously choose to keep or release is an opportunity to clarify who you are now and who you're becoming. Ask yourself, does this possession support my current lifestyle? Does it reflect my present values and interests? Does it bring me joy, peace, or practical value today? Does it align with how I want to spend my time and energy? This process isn't about rejecting your past, it's about embracing your present and creating space for your future. Number 3, creating space for connection. When your home is organized and peaceful, something beautiful happens. You stop hiding. You stop making excuses when people want to visit. You stop feeling embarrassed about your space. You stop isolating yourself because you're ashamed of your environment. A clutter-free home naturally becomes a welcoming home. This isn't about impressing people with a perfect house. It's about creating space where authentic connection can flourish. When you're not apologizing for the mess, you can focus on the conversation. When you're not stressed about the state of your home, you can be present with your visitors. When your space reflects peace, you can offer peace to others. Many women discover that as they declutter their homes, they also declutter their social lives. They stop maintaining relationships that don't serve them. They create boundaries that protect their energy. They invite people who truly matter into their beautiful, organized spaces. Your home becomes a reflection of your values, your peace, and your priorities. And that kind of authentic environment naturally attracts authentic connections. When you stop hiding behind clutter, you can start showing up as yourself. Section 4, the Transformation Blueprint, a step-by-step guide. Step 1, establish your vision and purpose. Before you touch a single item, get crystal clear on your deeper motivation. This isn't about having a perfect home. It's about creating a life that feels aligned, peaceful, and authentic to who you are today. Spend time visualizing. How do you want to feel when you wake up in your bedroom? What do you want your living room to invite rest, connection, creativity? How do you want to experience your daily routines? What kind of legacy do you want to create in your space? Write these intentions down. Make them specific. Make them personal. Make them compelling. Consider creating a vision board or collecting images that represent how you want your spaces to feel. This isn't about copying someone else's style. It's about clarifying your own authentic preferences. Ask yourself deeper questions. What activities bring me the most joy, and how can my space support them? What kind of energy do I want to cultivate in my home? How do I want visitors to feel when they enter my space? What would make my daily routines feel more peaceful and effortless? Your vision will be your North Star when decisions become difficult or emotions run high. It will remind you why you started this journey and keep you motivated through challenging moments. Step 2, start with success, building wins. Psychology research shows that momentum is crucial for lasting change. Start with areas where you can create immediate, visible progress. Perfect starting points: medicine cabinet, one kitchen drawer, sock drawer, purse or handbag, car glove compartment, bathroom counter, nightstand drawer. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Choose one small area. Sort everything into categories. Keep only what you actively use and love. The psychology behind starting small is powerful. Each completed task releases dopamine in your brain, creating positive associations with the decluttering process. This neurochemical reward system makes you more likely to continue the behavior. Document your progress with before and after photos. This visual evidence of your capability builds confidence for larger projects. Share your wins with supportive friends or family members who can celebrate your progress. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Each small win builds confidence and motivation for larger projects. Celebrate every victory, no matter how small. Take a photo of your organized drawer. Share it with a friend. Feel proud of your progress. Remember, you're not just organizing. You're building a new identity as someone who creates and maintains peaceful, organized spaces. Step 3. Master the decision-making process. The heart of decluttering isn't organizing. It's decision-making. For each item, ask these 3 questions. 1. Do I use this regularly? Within the past year? 2. Do I genuinely love this? Not just tolerate it? 3. Does this support my current life, not a past or imaginary future version? If the answer is yes to all 3, keep it. If the answer is no to any of them, let it go. For items that trigger strong emotions, use the maybe box method. Put uncertain items in a labeled, dated box. Store it out of sight for 30 days. If you don't miss anything in the box, donate it unopened. If you do miss something, retrieve only that item. This process removes the pressure of permanent decisions while still creating progress. Additional decision-making strategies. The 1-year rule. If you haven't used it in a year, you likely don't need it. The joy test. Does this item spark joy when you hold it, or does it feel neutral or negative? The future self-question. Will the woman I'm becoming benefit from keeping this? The maintenance cost. Is the time and energy to maintain this item worth it? For sentimental items, consider keeping one representative piece instead of everything. Take photos of items before releasing them. Create a memory book with photos and stories. Pass items to family members who would truly cherish them. Practice self-compassion during this process. Decision fatigue is real, and it's okay to take breaks when you feel overwhelmed. Step 4. Create sustainable systems. Organization without systems is just temporary tidiness. Implement these maintenance habits. Daily reset. 10 minutes each evening to return items to their designated places. 1. Touch rule. Handle items once, open mail immediately. File it or toss it. 1 in, 1 out. For every new item entering your home, 1 item leaves. Weekly reviews. 20 minutes each week to maintain organized spaces. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Small, regular actions prevent accumulation and maintain the peace you've created. Step 5. Honor your progress. Transformation happens gradually, then suddenly. Document your journey. Take before and after photos. Keep a journal of how you feel in your transformed spaces. Notice improvements in sleep, stress levels, and overall well-being. Share your progress with supportive friends or family. Remember, you're not just organizing your home, you're reclaiming your life. Every cleared surface, every organized closet, every peaceful room is evidence of your courage, commitment, and self-respect. Section 5. Special considerations for sentimental items. Navigating emotional attachments. Sentimental items are often the most challenging to address because they're not just objects, they're vessels for memories, love, and identity. Family heirlooms. Keep pieces that genuinely bring you joy and fit your lifestyle. For items that are meaningful but not practical, consider taking photos and creating a memory book. Honor the love behind the gift without feeling obligated to house every item forever. Children's artwork and memorabilia. Create a memory box for each child with their most special items. Digitize artwork and school papers. Keep a few representative pieces from each school year. Not every single creation. Inherited items. You're not dishonoring your loved ones by releasing items that don't serve your current life. Keep pieces that make you smile and let go of those that feel burdensome. Consider passing items to family members who would truly treasure them. Travel souvenirs. Display or use items that bring back wonderful memories. Store or donate items that have become clutter. The memories live in your heart, not in the objects. Gifts from others. It's okay to release gifts that don't align with your taste or lifestyle. The love was in the giving, not in your obligation to keep the item forever. Remember, you can honor memories without preserving every physical reminder of them. Section 6. Overcoming common obstacles. Working through resistance. But what if I need it someday? In reality, you rarely need items you haven't used in over a year. For truly unique items, consider the cost of storage versus the cost of replacement. Often, the peace of mind from letting go is worth more than the item itself. I don't have the energy for this. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Set a timer and stop when it goes off. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Small, consistent actions create massive change over time. I feel overwhelmed by the scope of it all. Focus on one small area at a time. You're not trying to transform your entire home in a weekend. You're creating sustainable change that honors your energy and emotions. I feel guilty about getting rid of things. Reframe disposal as generosity. Your unused items could bless someone else's life. Donating creates a cycle of abundance that benefits everyone. Your new beginning starts today. Dear friend, always remember this. You are not defined by the clutter in your home. the items tucked away in drawers, or the mess hidden behind closed doors. You are defined by your courage to embrace change, your wisdom to grow, and your determination to create a life that truly reflects who you are and who you are becoming. This journey you're on, whether it's your very first step or a continuation of what you've already started, isn't just about tidying up. It's about so much more. It's about reclaiming your energy, honoring your story, and opening space physically, emotionally, and spiritually for the life you truly deserve. Each item you release with love makes room for peace. Every shelf or drawer you organize with care becomes a reminder that your home can also be your sanctuary. And each small, intentional choice you make is a quiet but powerful declaration of self-respect, healing, and hope for the future. If this message has touched your heart, I invite you to do 3 simple things. 1. Like this video to let me know you're ready for change. 2. Subscribe to Voice of Wisdom and tap the notification bell so you'll never miss uplifting practical tips for living with clarity and joy. 3. Share this video with a friend or loved one who might need a little encouragement. The smallest kindness can inspire someone else's new beginning. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Type, "I'm ready," in the comments. If you're committed to taking even one small step this week toward creating a home and a life that truly supports and reflects you, always keep this truth close to your heart. Happiness doesn't come from having more things. It comes from surrounding yourself only with what brings you peace, uplifts your spirit, and reminds you of the strong, beautiful person you are becoming. Your best life isn't somewhere far away. It's already here waiting for you to claim it. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, stay true to yourself, stay hopeful, and I'll see you in the next video right here on Voice of Wisdom.